Hey guys, welcome to the video here for you that either missed class or you just need a refresher on how to set up our graph with Geogebra, where we take strips of this video where I pause the video and I take a picture of where the ball is at some certain time as it falls. So here's the video of the ball falling, and we're going to model this fall by creating our own graph. So we can see that the ball is slow at the beginning, and then it speeds up here, like we talked about in class. Due to gravity, the ball is accelerating. So we want to be able to look at a graph and be able to understand what that means based off numbers. So what I did was I took strips of video, which are, let me get out of here, in Edmodo. This is where you guys need to go to. In Edmodo here we have this post where I called it Modeling a Ball Dropping with Pics and Geogebra. In here there's 18 pictures that we need to download to our computer so that we can put them in Geogebra. So it's kind of tedious to do this. It's a rhythm though, so if you click on this first picture, you want to be able to save the picture in this strip form here, this long rectangle. So this is our first one. So we're going to right click, and for some reason I don't have the option to save this picture, but I know at the school we were doing this earlier and it worked. You can just save picture as, and save these pictures in a folder somewhere that you can remember where they're at so we can get them. So just save this picture in a folder. You might want to go to your documents or something. Okay, so you're going to click save the picture. Alright, so the next thing, you either click on the screen or the arrow, but when you click on the screen it advances the picture to the next one. So then we're just going to right click again, save as, save the second picture. Okay, click on the screen again, next picture, and then save it, and go through this and save all 18 of these pictures. Okay, so when you're done with that, go ahead and pause the video, by the way, get that done, and then when you're ready, just resume the video here and we'll talk about Geogebra. Okay, so you got Geogebra open. Make sure you can see your axes and your grid. If you can't, you got the little toggle buttons up here, so make sure that they're both on. If you don't see that, this little arrow, this drop arrow is not dropped, so you want to click on that. You can see those options there. Okay, so what we're going to do is, since we're talking about analyzing the speed of this ball dropping, we need to be able to compare distance and speed, right? Because time, which creates speed, feet per second or something like that, so we can analyze how fast our ball is falling. So what we're going to do is, one of these axes are going to be seconds and one is going to be feet, and since the distances are vertical, we're going to put distance on the y-axis here, put our time on the x-axis. So we really want to look at this first quadrant up here. So I'm going to grab my Move Graphics tool and I'm going to click and drag the axes so that they're just in the corner. I can still see the numbers, but I got a good view of this first quadrant. Okay, so now we're going to start putting those strips of those pictures on the grid here. So to do that and be able to manipulate our pictures, we need to create 2 points on the x-axis. Okay, and I'll show you what those are for. Because now we're going to grab our Insert Image tool, which is in this ABC toolbox. So if you click the down arrow, Insert Image, grab that tool. Where we click in Geogebra is going to define the picture's bottom left corner. So we want to click on A here, because that's the left point. So when I click on A, now I'm going to grab one of those pictures that are saved in your folder. So you want to drop 0 seconds. So open that. That's our very first one. The names of these images, by the way, are by the time that I captured the picture. So I got the ball one, it was 0 seconds, which means it hasn't fell yet. Then quarter, half, 3/4, 1 second. So we're jumping by quarters of a second all the way up to 4 1/4. So that's what all these pictures are for, and we're going to put them in order side by side and scale them so that they're the same scale, and see the ball as it moves. As it fell, we'll see it as a graph. So we'll grab this first picture, drop 0 seconds. So I'm going to open it. Because I clicked on A, that bottom left corner of the picture is now defined as A, and I can move A around, which will move the picture around. So that's cool, but the picture is pretty big. It's actually bigger than my window. Notice how big it is. So I want to see my axes. So I want to resize this picture. So to do that, just right click the picture. Doesn't matter what tool you have. You're going to go to Object Properties, and the fourth tab is Position. If you click on Position, you can see this corner too. It's showing this bottom right corner. We're going to click the drop arrow, and we're going to define that second corner to be point B. And so when you do that, notice the picture shrinks here. So I'm going to close out. I'm going to grab my Move tool, and then I'm going to slide my point B around, which is going to make the picture grow and shrink. So I can change the height of the picture just by changing the width between the 2 points. And then also I can just move this around by clicking and dragging the picture, and I can slide this. So if this ball is at 0 seconds, I want this to be on my y-axis here, where time is 0. If this is our time axis, our horizontal x-axis here is now time. So at 0 seconds, here's where the ball is. So notice the ball, we're going to treat it like a point. Now I want that point, the ball, right on that y-axis there. So that's our time being 0. Okay, so you want your picture to be, pretty much the whole screen here. Okay, so notice, set your width so that it's a pretty tall picture. Okay, so now the next one, we want the next picture in here. So we're going to create 2 points again, so we can manipulate the picture by changing size and moving it around. Grab the Insert Image tool. We're going to click on the left point again, because that's the left corner. We're going to now grab the quarter second. That's the first quarter second here. So we need to resize this picture, so I'm just going to right click it, and I'm going to change the property here and make the bottom right corner this point D. So now I can exit out of here, and then I can resize my picture, and I want the heights to be close to the same. It's really hard to get it exactly, so try to get it close, and you can be off. Like, that's pretty close. So now what I want to do is see where the ball is again on the second strip here. I want to move it so that it's on that x equals 1 line. So these vertical lines, we want the balls to be on these vertical lines. Okay? So now I need my third picture. I'm going to grab 2 points, and this is the process here. Just put 2 points on the x-axis. Okay? Insert your image tool. Click on the left point. Grab the next interval of time here, so now half second. Okay? I'm going to right click, and I'm going to, in my position tab, make this new point F the right corner. I'm going to resize the picture, and then I'm going to slide it so that ball is on that now x equals 2 line. So we can see side by side the ball is starting to drop here, and we can kind of start seeing a path. Okay, so this video is just to show you how to get to that point. So you should have all 18 of your pictures here side by side where the ball is lined up on these x equal lines. Okay, and try to keep your picture heights the same. Don't let it be like this mountain silhouette where one's really low, then up here, and then low, and so forth. Okay, so good luck with that, and rewind this if you need to.